There's a power in listening. It's what gives Audible members an edge. It opens our minds, changes our perspective, connects us, and pushes us further. The most inspiring minds, the most compelling stories. Audible.
All right, so I just put you live on both Instagram and Facebook. So if you want to give it just a minute to give people a few minutes to join.
You want you want something for your hands?
No, I got it.
Right.
Come on.
Right.
I think I can suck that up. All right. So it's going in and out, so we might just want to let people know that you're in. They can hear me, so I should just say, being that we're in Moab, you might not have the greatest connection. Sometimes it's going in and out.
Okay.
But yeah, you've got a bunch of people. You're like 12,000 people, so if you want to just.
Well, as you all know, most of you know, I was out here in Moab, in Utah, doing a 240-mile race, and got lost in the beginning of the race about mile 111?
109, 110,
Yeah,
111.
So about 110.9 is what it was exactly. There was a marker that obviously it was blown down or something hit it. So I went 15 miles off course and
no cell signal.
No cell service.
And your downloaded GPX wasn't.
Nothing worked for me out there, so I was lost for a long time. So it was about 14 hours total that I was off course. So I came back on and went from 80th place to ninth?
Yeah.
To ninth place, trying to track down people and just trying to find different goals and different strategies and different things. And I've never felt this before, but at mile
Hold on 1 second. Oh, there you go. Okay.
But at mile 167.
Yep.
I picked up my pace at mile 167. It was a pretty rocky climb.
Hold on 1 second. This Instagram is paused, so hold on 1 second. It's reconnecting. It's weird. There we go.
Try standing up. Is it working?
I'm afraid my battery pack will drop.
Here, give it to me.
Here you go. Just pull it out.
I got it.
All right. I'll stand up. Maybe that'll help.
Is that better?
Yep. Right now you're good.
Okay. So mile 167, I'm tracking down people, running well. I had Jennifer, my fiance, pacing me for 27 miles. We ran through this section on record pace. Came through still feeling great. And once I got to the aid station, I sat there about 10 minutes, eating as much food as I can before I went out. From 167 to 182 was this section here. I got to 167, picked up my pace. I got to a flat road section was the first thing you hit. And I couldn't breathe at all. I thought that my chest strap of my camelback was just too tight. I loosened everything. I'd never gotten sick like this before, so I was trying to do everything in my head. What's going on? Maybe I ate too much. I had no idea what was going on. So I get to the first climb, and I'm totally out of breath. So this section was 17 miles. And so I toughed it out. Didn't know what was going on still. When I sat down to get more food at the next aid station, mile 182, I felt better when I sat down, got up, got my next pacer, and I got about a quarter mile out. I was horrible. Lungs, bad, everything choking me out, but I said, you know what, maybe it'll go away. So just kept on going. This was another 17-mile section. I got to mile 2, and so I would walk about maybe a quarter mile, and I just lean over. Walk a quarter mile, lean over. And I did this for about 15 miles.
Yeah.
So I did this about 15 miles. So I was just literally felt like I was dying, and obviously my alveoli was just shut down. And long story short, we got cell service out there and called my crew. My crew had to call medical. Medical came down there. I actually walked out under my own power, and they gave me a decision to make. Basically, if you go get any medical treatment, we're gonna, disqualify
if you leave the course.
Yeah. So leave the course, they disqualify me. I'm like, hey, can I leave? Just get something to open up my lungs, something. And so that was a big no-go. But I made a decision to, even though my crew tried really hard, to make sure, hey, can we get him back on course? The guy was off course 15 miles, came back, and wants to finish this race. So, but the race director, did the right thing by disqualifying me. And I spent some time in the hospital at about 5 o'clock. And they let me go about 9, 10 o'clock this morning. And we got a whole bunch of emails, a whole bunch of text messages. And this is just basically to tell you all that I am alive. I am still doing well. Got a lot of fluid in my lungs. But if you guys have questions, we'll take questions for about 10 minutes on anything you want to talk about.
Oh, all right. So I'm sure people are surprised that you're taking Instagram is paused again. So give me a second.
You want to get by the window?
Yeah. This is tricky. You guys can imagine what cell service was like out on the course if it's like this in a house with Wi-Fi.
This is why I was lost for 15 miles.
I look, people are asking, what's your next race already?
Damn, y'all want to kill me, huh? But yeah, there's something planned once I get healthy. I can't get above altitude for 15 days. I can't fly either, so because the cabin pressure I think is 8,000 feet, so it'd be a lot of low level stuff for me.
All right, I have a good one. What was the biggest lesson you learned from this challenge?
The biggest lesson I learned from this challenge is that I wanted to quit so badly when I got lost because I was in contention to win the race. So my idea was to come out here to Moab and, go under 60 hours. And I wanted to compete hard. I've been out of the racing game for a long time. I was in really good shape coming out here, and I wanted to compete. So when I realized I was lost, my whole mind just shut down. And, I had to find new goals. And I didn't have any. I did a lot of hard shit in my life. It's like I got nothing to prove. But in my mind, I had to come back and finish the race just because that's what you come out here to do. It's not about a place. It's not about any of that stuff. It's about finishing what you start. So that was it.
And I guess just for clarity for some people, or just tell them maybe what was your mindset going into the first 100? Like, how were you thinking about this race?
So what I do is I take it in hours. So like we have some sections out here, 22 hours. So from mile 17 to mile 72, you're on your own completely. There's no crew. So you're carrying all your own shit. You have a couple of aid stations out there, but you're almost self-supported for that long. So you get kind of depressed. You have fucking 240 miles to go. So my mindset is just to shut literally everything off. I go almost non-thinking. It's just hours. So I don't wear any like GPS watch, nothing like that. I wear a cheap ass little, I was going to show my Timex to people. It's a very cheap little Walmart $20 Timex watch that I wear out there because it's just time. And the more the hours go, because I was trying to be done under 60 hours. So my whole thing is the first 100 miles didn't even count for me. I wasn't even racing the first 100 miles. So when I knew I was in second place at the first 100 miles, I was quite shocked. So the first 100 miles was basically go out as slow as you can and then try to hammer the back half of the race. So that's my strategy. Just don't think too much because it becomes overwhelming. 240 miles is not a short distance.
And how do you manage your ego during something like that?
I really don't have an ego. I mean, a lot of people think I might have one. In my mind, some of you know my story, I once lived in a $7 a month place, and I still live there in my mind. Not that I'm depressed. It's just that life has humbled the shit out of me. So I'm a normal guy with a normal story. So there's no ego here.
And let me see. And how was this getting lost here versus getting lost in Delta selection?
Motherfuckers. Yeah, so this is very different. Delta selection was me daydreaming. I was dreaming about being in Delta, and I was at like the last phase, and I was already in Delta before I made it, so my mind got away from me. Here, it was very different because my mind didn't get away from me at all. I was very focused and locked in what I was doing, and we saw footprints of the guy in front of us. But the one thing I did see, but I saw him turn around, I was like, I don't know why the fuck he's turning around. So we're up on the mountain, and like there was like dusty roads, and I saw his foot tracks. I was just following the whole time, and we actually saw them turn around. And I guess hindsight being 2020, I should have stopped there, but no, I wouldn't know 10 miles past that, so it was all
good. And anyone just like, how are you going to recover? Like, and when will you get back out running? People are just curious. And give me 1 second. Okay, there we go.
I won't tell you, but I'm recovering now. I drink a lot of protein. I rest a lot. I stretch a lot. I do a lot of anti-inflammatories, but I will start running pretty soon, but at low level altitudes. Yeah, my body feels pretty good. Not pretty good. It feels amazing. Like I was actually, we had a 19-mile section from, what section did Dan do with me? It was
Geyser Pass? Oh. I
think it was at 140, and I was. It's a pretty flat section, some downhill, but I was hammering 10-minute miles that whole section pretty much. So my legs right now, I got they feel great. So my recovery will be pretty quick.
And I guess just the last couple that we'll just ask would be, what did you think of the scenery of Moab?
Oh man, it's epic. Serious is epic, man. Everything about it was, I mean, I've never been out here in this kind of race, so the scenery was unbelievable. But towards after mile 100, I wasn't looking at too much scenery. I was looking at the damn, trail in front of me. So. And
maybe this is a good question. What's harder for you in a race like this? Is it the mental or physical aspect?
It's 100% the mental aspect, because even me, I have all these different kind of mind tools that I've grown to develop, and the sheer distance of knowing, like when you're at mile 75 of a 100-mile race, you have 25 miles to go. You say, oh, that's only a marathon. When you get to mile 75 of this race, I'm thinking, well, shit, I almost have 200 more miles to go. So you have to really make sure that you take these very small chunks and you live from A station to A station. And here, the A station is about 20 miles apart, sometimes 15. So you don't think about the 240. You just think about, let me get to the next aid station, see my crew, get my food, get my nutrition, fill my count back up, and you roll out. So I take it in small chunks. I don't think about the whole big thing.
All right. And the last thing is, who the hell is going to carry the boats?
Hold
on 1 second. Paused on Instagram. Why is Facebook so much better than Instagram right now? Okay. Or maybe it's AT&T versus Verizon.
See, I have an Android.
Wait. Yeah, go ahead.
I have an Android phone, and my fiance has one of them nice. What was this motherfucker? Like an
iPhone 11 Pro.
iPhone 14,000. So she got some big ass motherfucking like iPad. And I got this little cheap ass. Yeah, make fun of me, motherfuckers. I got an Android. I got. You know what? I once heard a comedian talk about Android racism. It was the funniest thing in the world.
And I keep pausing. This is amazing. Okay, go ahead.
So anyway, it's about Android racism. So people always clown me because I think my shit comes up on the iPhone as green. Yeah. So yeah, fuck all you about, I got an Android. I've had it for damn, 10 years now?
Yeah. Would you even have a phone if it wasn't for me?
No. If it wasn't for you, I have no phone.
All right. I think you're good.
Hey, everybody, thanks a lot for the support. Keep on fucking grinding. Keep on going hard. And that's it. Thanks for everything.
All right. Give me 1 second for this to just end.